So what does this vision look like? This vision in healthcare looks like this. As Stefan said, we currently have an oxymoron called healthcare in the United States. What it really is a sick care. People, for the majority, enter into hospitals or go see their doctor at the point that is the most expensive and way beyond a time when they should have been there. Healthcare means that first and foremost, the vision up here for healthcare is that it is affordable, accessible, and equitable for all. That we have an opportunity at this level of a vision for you, the consumer, you, the patient, to talk directly and make decisions with your doctor. Not for an insurance company or a government agency to determine what you get to do or what kind of health care your doctor and you have the opportunity to experience together. It means that we treat the entire being, the whole person. A great majority of people that suffer from high blood pressure experience extreme anxiety, experience stress in their lives, might be overweight, may not have the best diet. If we treat the whole person, then we take all of those aspects into consideration. So we take somebody's mental well-being, their emotional health, and their physical health all into consideration. And for some people, their spiritual well-being is very important to their overall well-being. And that has to be taken into consideration. That's not now. We must take into consideration with our vision up here for healthcare and looking at investing in research and development dollars to determine the efficacy of complementary and alternative care. It's not acceptable just for the AMA or for a pharmaceutical company to say, well, that doesn't work, our pill does. It's time that we reinvest into American people and research and develop the true opportunities to health care. See, our vision reaches up here. You hear a lot of people talking about things like health care, and they lay out more legislative plans. It's like a really expensive Band-Aid. Is it working for us? Is it working? No. So what we say is it's about the process. Put the vision up here. Here's the reality. Make the reality meet the vision. No longer are we going to put out there legislation just because we want to satisfy a group of people. Immigration, energy. Why can the United States not be the power broker of energy? We can. We could become the power broker of energy. We have the capability, we have the ingenuity, we have the innovation. We just don't have the investment in it. And yet we as people want to see that, do we not? Why do we recycle? Why do we pay attention to driving a Prius or a Hummer? Why do we care where our clothes are made? Why are we paying attention to how many water bottles that we're using? Because we care. My job as an elected official is to connect with you, the people. That's my job. My job is to inspire you. It's great to get head nods. Because the answer is really interesting. We have all these problems out there, and yet the answer is love. Now, how many times do you hear love and politics talked in the same sentence and not get laughed out of the room? You know, but that's the answer. There's either fear or there's love. We have an economy of fear. We have a culture of fear. We have a media that feeds us fear every single day. You got to be afraid of this, that, and the other thing. We have a war on Iraq. We have a war on drugs. We have a war on immigrants. We have a war on anything that you can possibly imagine. We have a culture of fear. And the only answer that I know to fear is love. But how do you do that in politics? How do you create a transformational system in politics that represents that we are deeper, our connections are deeper than our differences? Oh, we're going to figure that out. I don't have all the answers. I just know the process. And the process is about bringing people together. The process is about exploring all the solutions that are out there. Because the rest of the story, the end of the story, is up to all of you. What are you willing to do to have a different country? What are you willing to do to help your community? You know, we have the old adages of, it's not for you to ask what your country can do for you, it's for you to ask what you can do for your country. You know, we know the old adage that, you know, the only thing that can destroy the United States is fear. We know the old adage that, you know, treat others as you want to be treated. If we want to restore the United States to its place in the world of an esteemed leader, that's up to us and what we're willing to do.